Mm-hmm. What's up? What's up? What's up? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, that coffee hitting right now. Whew. That coffee is hitting. Good morning, y'all. Happy Monday, man. Kiera, what's up? Happy Monday, man. Welcome in. One dose. What's up, man? I love seeing the same people pop in every time, man. Kiera, one dose. Rippers. Appreciate y'all. Can you do soccer for shots? Absolutely, Zach. Let's go, Rippers. Let's get it. What's up, Randy? What's up? Mike is low. Shit. Hold on. Let me see why. Is the mic low or you got to turn up your volume? Make sure. Make sure. Am I good on everybody else's but his, or do I need to turn this up? Y'all let me know. Can y'all hear me? All the way up for me. Y'all let me know if I'm all the way up or not. Nah, you good? People are saying I'm good, man. You can't hear me? I could try to see what I could do. But I don't think I could do anything more than where I'm at right now. Let me see. Let me see if I could do something about that. No, I don't think I can. It isn't terrible. All good. You can hear me? All right. As long as you can hear me, man, and I'm not too low for y'all, we're good. Let me see. Maybe I can fix this. No, I mean I'm turned all the way up, man. There's no, there is. I can't go no higher. Monster, what's up? Lit boy, what's up, brother? Young Savvy, what's going on, man? G33 Wiz, what's up? Cedric, what's up? Welcome in, everybody. Thank y'all for joining me, as always, to the morning live show. You know what it is already. We're going to go through everything, kind of touch on all the best options we have available on the board right now, and just, snipe these morning plays. You already know. I will be sipping on coffee as we go. All right, y'all. Let me refresh. Where y'all want to start, man? Y'all want to start for the game tonight, the NFL game tonight, or y'all want to start on NBA? What up, Cam Vix? What's up, bro? What's up, brother? Soccer. Zach wants to start on soccer. NFL tonight. Let's see what the ratings are. I wish I could. I should start throwing up a poll in the beginning of these lives to see where we start, depending on where people vote. So we got one soccer, one NFL, one NBA. Let's go ahead and just start NFL. Let's look at NFL. Well, NFL Sportsbook differential first thing. We've got a couple. Derrick Henry over 91.5 rushing plus receiving yards. Like in my opinion, first of all, what's the spread of this game? Let me reiterate. Let me see some real quick. Let me see. What's the spread of that game tonight? Anybody got that at the top of their head? So we can look at game script and kind of get an idea of how this game might go. Let's see. Okay, Baltimore is only 2.5 point favorites in LA tonight. Um, so the Chargers been playing well lately. The Chargers have been playing well lately. Um, but man, something in me is feeling like Baltimore is gonna pretty much control this. That's kind of just where my gut is, at least. The spread in Vegas is kind of expecting it to stay competitive, which is cool. Whatever, I'm sure it could. But for some reason, I'm feeling like Baltimore kind of runs it. You know what I mean? I just don't think the Chargers have what it takes to. They're good, don't get me wrong. But I just think that Baltimore's probably going to run away with it. That's what I'm feeling. Derrick Henry over 91.5 rushing plus receiving yards at a 1.83 sportsbook differential on the over. With that being said, of how I expect the game script to go, the over 91.5 makes sense. He'll probably get a lot of run on the ground. I wouldn't be surprised to see one of those Derrick Henry games where he goes over 120 rushing yards. So the receiving's not even necessary here. But the over 91.5 rushing plus receiving. Sportsbook line on average throughout all the sportsbooks is 93.3. We haven't projected at 104.5. Okay, so our AI technology that simulates this game 10,000 times has Derrick Henry on average getting 104.5 rushing plus receiving yards, which is a 13 differential over where that line is on Prize Picks. So that'll be a solid spot. Justin Herbert under 21.5 rushing yards at a minus 1.27. Sportsbook lines are at 20.3 on that. 17.7 is our projection for him, so definitely expecting the under there. Outside of these two, when it comes to sportsbook differentials, I don't have much interest outside of these two. Now, that's okay, though, because we got plenty of same line as well. Over here on NFL same line, where we got the EV percentages, J.K. Dobbins under 12.5 rushing attempts is a 4.7 EV percent, 52.02 chance to hit, minus 132 consensus odds. Now, anything close to that 5% range is really going to be that really solid mid-range point, right? So we added this right here. This feature right here at Props Made Easy. Let me first talk about it. EV recommendations based on bankroll. So depending on your bankroll, there's certain EV percent recommendations for you, okay? So for example, when you look at the aggressive ones, right? When you look at those EV percentages of 10% or higher, those are going to be more for the aggressive players who bet a lot more money and they're okay with the variance of it, right? They're okay to take many losses because those big wins are going to offset them throughout the month. Now, if you're somebody with a smaller bankroll, though, you won't be able to deal with as many losses, right? The more losses you take early on, you may not have the bankroll to continue through the month, right? So if you have a lower bankroll, you might want to stick in the conservative range, 2 to 5%. For conservative, the conservative range right here says beginners, casual bettors, and for those with a small bankroll or low tolerance for risk. So if you don't want to take much risk, well, this industry in general is a risk, but if you want to lower your risk level, you need to focus the 2% to 5% EV ranges, okay? It focuses more on consistent wins and bankroll protection, making it ideal for those looking to grow slowly, all right? Now, I stick more in this balanced range, and I have times where I'll bet a few aggressive, right? But mainly a lot of us are going to be in that balance range where we're going to be more of experienced bettors. We've been doing this for a little while now, and we have kind of a medium bankroll where we can play daily, and we want to balance between profit and stability. It combines moderate risk with solid profitability, offering faster growth while keeping variance manageable. You feel what I'm saying? So that's really the range we're really staying in. So that 5% to 10% is really a good range for you to stay in if you want that balanced upside, yet as consistent as you can be. Now, if you have a low bankroll, that 2% to 5% is where you need to stick, is where you're very, very safe, okay? And there are, let's be completely transparent and open, there are a lot of people in this industry who should be here. They should not be betting these or even betting these. They should really be betting a lot more of that because their bankroll's smaller. They can't deal with any variance. They can't deal with the days where you have those natural down days in sports betting. So if you can't deal with a loss, or losses really frustrate you or mess with you mentally, or it's really draining your bankroll down quickly and you can't really stay, discipline on how much you're betting, then you should stay in the conservative range to just give it a better example, a better consistency for you. So 2% to 5% is the real safe zone, conservative zone. You don't have a ton of bankroll. You want to slowly build your bankroll. Balanced 5% to 10% EV plays are the ones that you want to focus on. Those are the ones where you got that medium bankroll. You're not too worried about your bankroll. You're okay with some losses, but you want a little bit more consistency, and you're good. The aggressive is when you're going to deal with a lot of downs throughout the month. You feel what I'm saying? But you're going to have those big wins too. Your upside is much higher. If you can tolerate big losses at times, then 10% or more is going to be the way you want to go. NFL does have a chance to hit tab. I'm on it right now. NFL same line. This is the EV percent range right here for NFL. The regular NFL one, this one right here, is sportsbook differential, and that's because when you have all the sportsbooks on different lines, then instead of taking chance to hit, we like to take all those sportsbooks from all the sportsbooks, which we take 50 to 100 sportsbooks for every player. Just depends on what sportsbooks have different prop types. And we average them all together to give you the most accurate representation over a broad range of sportsbooks, what the actual line is, and then we compare that line to the PrizePicks line if most sportsbooks are on different lines and they're fluctuating. Now with NFL same line, it takes these players where most of the sportsbooks are on the same line, and then we find the consensus odds, and then we find an EV percent from that. All right, and I just talked about for a second the EV percent range. Now, somebody asked me, give me an example. We choose players with 2% to 5% EV. So here's what you can do. Let's say you're a conservative. Click on conservative, and you will only see the plays recommended for conservative bankroll. Okay? It'll max you at about 5%. Okay? If you go balanced, it'll only show you the balance range. It'll show you 5% or higher. So for my bankroll, I'm more of a balanced level guy. So Justin Tucker would be the only play that'd be recommended for my bankroll level, right? But I can still play some conservative plays if I need to, but this really makes it easy for you. In aggressive, it'll show you those plays that are 10% or higher. So if you look at all books, let's go to NBA for example, see if any 10% or higher are there. I'm under aggressive, so nothing's showing right now on Prize Picks. All books, so there's nothing for aggressive range. There's nothing 10% or higher at the moment right now. Okay? But that balanced range, you just click on balanced. I'm on Prize Picks. It'll only show me 5% or higher. So that's pretty much, and like I always talk about, like, look, man, we are very focused on just making things as simple as it possibly can be for y'all. And to understand what, depending on your bankroll, what you should be betting with. Because at the end of the day, we want y'all to profit. Profit is the name of the game. We want y'all to profit. We want you to be betting smart. And a lot of people are in this industry thinking things work out differently. Like they think there's a way for them to never lose. And once they lose, they think, oh, there's something wrong with their process and they got to change their whole process. No, that's just part of the game. It's a long journey in this game, right? You got to take bigger sample sizes to really understand how well you're doing. Anyway, so yeah, that's a new feature. So dependent on your bankroll, you can literally just go to this and protect yourself from playing shit you shouldn't be playing. That's pretty much what it is. It's good to help manage your bankroll. Whatever level you're at, lock those in. All right. With that being said, NFL same line. Justin Tucker over 1.5 field goals made is at 5.07% EV, 52.2 chance to hit, minus 133 consensus. So Justin Tucker's really liked there. J.K. Dobbins under 12.5 rushing attempts at a 5.04 EV percent at a 52.2. Lamar Jackson over 7.5 rushing attempts is a 4.47% EV, 51.8 chance to hit, minus 131 consensus on the over. Justin Herbert over 0.5 interceptions is a 4.34 EV percent. Y'all know me personally and how I like to play because I'm in the balanced range. I like to focus on the 5% or higher EV percentages. Okay? But again, if you're curious of what level you're at and want to know what EV percentages you should be targeting on the Props Made Easy tool, it's as easy as going to this question mark, going with what you believe is your bankroll level, and then literally clicking on this and going to that and only seeing what you should be playing, okay? It'll really help you to stay disciplined. It'll really help you to see more success in the industry if you're being smarter with stuff, okay? All right. Boy, Cam, I almost swept a 22-man on FanDuel for 15 bands, missed by 1 point. I got to get my get back. Let's get it, Camo. Let's get it, Camo. Is the NBA Cup over? I'm not 100% sure about the whole cups and shit, man. I just look at matchup data and all that shit. I don't really care about all that, to be honest with you. So I'm not very into what's going on there. Now, we have some good NBA prize picks tonight. Brandon Miller under 9.5 rebounds plus assists is at a 6.02 EV percent, 52.8 chance to hit. Zubac over 1.5 assists is at a 5.9 EV percent, 52.8 chance to hit, minus 136 consensus odds. Christian Braun under 1.5 steals plus blocks at a 5.81 EV, 52.69 chance to hit, minus 136 consensus. De'Aaron Fox over 4.5 rebounds at a 5.52. Andrew Wiggins under 1.5 steals and blocks at a 5.46. So again, as I said for y'all, I'm more in the balanced range. Like, I'm okay, and I understand there's going to be ups and downs. So I'm okay with losses at times. So I focus solely on 5% to 10%. So I don't want a ton of losses throughout the month, but I'm okay with some. And I can continue when my bankroll is good enough for me to be able to continue through losses. So I stick with the 5% or more personally. But again, it depends on what your bankroll is at. Like, pick motherfucker 6 got that value, Danny. Let's check it out. DraftKings pick 6. Oh yeah, some good options. Now here's the thing though. When it comes to EV percent wise, with how the payouts are long term on DraftKings pick 6, there's only one EV percent that's recommended here for NBA, and that's the under 6.5 assists, and it's under the 5% range. So for example, if I went to all EV and I normally like to play the 5% to 10% balance range and I click on that, there's no plays recommended for me for DraftKings pick 6 right now. because the highest EV is 4. But if you're a conservative, you'll have a couple options here. Okay? So yeah, personally for me, none of these would fit what I normally play. But Shai Gilchrist under 6.5 assist has a 55.4 chance to hit, but EV over the long term playing this type of play is not going to be profitable on DraftKings pick 6 as much as some of the other options. But the 4.29 is still solid on the under 6.5 assists. What else? Let's go to all books and just kind of break down what we looking like in general in NBA right now. So all throughout the NBA, this is all NBA, all books available. And as you guys know, we have these books on the screen right now available for DraftKings. Honestly, we're in the process of adding more. As we're in this live, y'all make sure y'all recommend to me any sports books that y'all want to see added to Props Made Easy, so where you can find the EV and stuff on these different sports books. Let me know and we will add them immediately. Okay, well, you know we're all about helping out the people and giving the people what they want. So y'all let me know what sports books y'all would like us to add on NBA, and we will add them for you, okay? If there's any that we don't have on here that you'd like to play regularly. Now, if it's just a sports book you barely play, there's no point in even adding it. But if it's a sports book you consistently play, but we don't have the help for you on Props Made Easy, let me know. Drop a like down below, by the way, if you haven't already. Make sure you subscribe to the channel down below. When you do so, it'll let me know your name right here, and I can shout you out in the live. Appreciate you as always. Somebody mentioned college basketball. Let's go to that real quick and see what's up with that play. Over on college basketball, you said Alex Caraman. Alex is not a very good EV play overall. If you're a conservative bettor and you have a lower bankroll, though, his under 9.5 rebounds assists is good at a 2.49%. Remember, that conservative range, you can play anything from 2% to 5%. Anything over 5%, you're going to be adding a little bit more risk into your stuff. So this is a solid play here for you if you're a conservative bettor on his under 9.5 rebounds assists. Other than that, we got some big plays over here. All right, so overall, let's look all books. On all sports books, Elliot Cadeau, under 14.5 points, 54.6 chance to hit, a 9.9 EV percent. That's almost in that range where it would only show for me if I was in the aggressive. That's really big upside potential type plays if you play those on a consistent basis. Zach Fremantle, over 7.5 rebounds. You get this at minus 106 odds on FanDuel. Gives him an 8.8 EV percent because most consensus odds are minus 129 on his over 7.5 rebounds. So getting it at minus 106 would be fantastic, obviously. Johnny Broom, under 19.5 points at a 7.74. This is a really good pairing right here. Elliot Cadeau, under 14.5. Over on Underdog. Anybody on Underdog, get this in. Elliot Cadeau, under 14.5 points. And then Johnny Broom, under 19.5 points at a 7.74% EV. These are fantastic EV levels and very good options. Minus 139 consensus odds for him throughout the industry on his under. So great option over on Underdog for that guy. Danny Wolf, over 10.5 points. You can get this at minus 110 odds on FanDuel, whereas his consensus odds are almost minus 130, a 7.09 EV percent. So some really, really, really solid options. And one thing I'm noticing is a lot of Underdog at the top here. So you can legit make a six-man on Underdog off college basketball right now, all EV, all upper EV. Would you be able to do something for the best flip adjustment? Best flip, what do you mean? Let me see real quick. Let me go to NBA flip. The higher EV percent, more risky. Higher EV percent is going to be more profit long-term and more risky, though. Like, you're going to have bigger loss. Like, you could have a losing stretch playing those upper EV percentages. But if you continue to play those upper EV percentages, you will end up with higher profit in the long term. Just depends how long you can deal with the fluctuation. Like, if you don't want to go like that, you know, like, for example, those upper EV percentages, 10% or more, you're going to have situations like this. You start the month like this, and then you have a win, and then loss again, and then a big win. And then boom, boom, boom. But by the end of the month, you're going to be up. You feel what I'm saying? It's more of a roller coaster. The balance is going to keep you kind of more just kind of gradually going up like this. You're going to have drops at times. Obviously, it's sports betting. But more or less, you're going to continue going up. Conservative, you should kind of have a lot more of this. Slow uptick. Nothing crazy. But you should get more of a slow uptick with less drops. It just then, and that's where it comes into what kind of better are you? What kind of bankroll do you have? I think one thing that is very important to keep in mind is your bankroll, and dependent on your bankroll, how you should be attacking these things, and that's where you can get the most success. Obviously, if people are using props made easy and they have options to be able to choose by their bankroll level of what plays are recommended to them, you'll have more success and more potential profit, and you'll be able to grow with the tools. Now, if you come in here and you don't know nothing about props made easy and we didn't have all this help and advice for you, you'd be just taking the absolute top plays, and the moment you have a down slope, you'd quit because you think, oh, it's not good, when you just don't know enough about it. So we're here to educate as well as give y'all the best plays available. The site's propsmadeeasy.com. Propsmadeeasy.com. It's only $20 a month for these tools. All right. Where were we, y'all? I got onto a rant. So, somebody was asking about Fliff. So what are you asking about Fliff though? What if all I got is $10 to bet with? How would I turn that into profit? So Frizz, if you have a $10 to me is a low bankroll. So I would stick with conservative. And I would only play conservative plays. So 2% to 5% EV percent at the highest, and I would take as little risk while so you should be able to slowly but surely see an uptick. Now also with that $10, I wouldn't bet the whole thing either. You feel what I'm saying? I would bet a very small percentage of it. Like, I don't know what's the minimum on Prize Picks. I never bet the minimum, so I don't know the minimum on Prize Picks. Somebody let me know what the minimum on Prize Picks is. If you only have are you meaning you have $10 to bet with today, like per day? Or you mean $10 in general and you need to build that? All right, so the minimum on Prize Picks is $5. There's other sports books. Okay, so $10 in general. So there's other sports books where you can bet a lot less. Like you could bet a quarter on some sports books or $1 on some sports books, whereas Prize Picks is going to force you to bet 50% of your bankroll automatically. So what other books can you play? Dabble lets you do $1 window set. So maybe start on a site like Dabble if you can, and build your bankroll there. Because on Prize Picks, it's going to be really hard with only $10 because the minimum's $5. You feel what I'm saying? Like they're already forcing you to play 50% of your bankroll you got available. So I would try to find a sports book where you can bet a lower minimum and play the conservative range plays. That's what I would recommend for you. All right. So over on Fliff, what were you asking about Fliff? Let me see. Somebody was asking. Nando, what were you asking? Don't do anything crazy like place a 6-man bets, right? So technically, doing a 6-man is better long-term on Prize Picks. Okay? Now, with your bankroll size, though, it's tough, man, because I don't deal with that personally, that bankroll, so it's hard for me to... Anybody in here that deals with that $5 range a day bankroll level that can give him some advice on what kind of slip types he should do. Because me personally, I don't really do that, so I wouldn't really be able to answer you that well. I mean, I would imagine 2-mans and just, you know, the more legs you add, the more risk you have at missing, but the more legs you add as well, like if you put $5 in and you sweep it, I mean, you're getting a good solid bankroll for the week. You know what I mean? So it kind of just depends what your risk level is, I guess. I think do a 2-man until you can build it up. So I'm glad people are giving you some advice there. So listen to some of these people letting you know in the chat real quick. Should we still take last 5 and last 10 into account for choosing over under, or just go with the PME pick? DeAndre, so recommended would be going PME pick, because PME pick is going off a lot more data than just recent history. Now, if last 5 and last 10 is something that you like to have in consideration and you want it to be good for every pick you make, then cool. Find those plays that have a good history while also have good EV. So let me show you how you would do that. So for NBA, if we're on all books, okay, and you go to sort by, down here you'll see last 5, last 10, last 15, last 20. Let's say you want to make sure all the plays you play have last 5, right? So have a good last 5. So there you go. I clicked on last 5. Every play in order from last 5, the best last 5. So as you can see, Anthony Simons under 8.5 rebounds assists is a 7.9 EV on underdog while he has also hit 100% over the last 5. Okay, so that's another way that you can go about it. All of these are in order from last 5, and all 3 of these top plays right here are green EV. So Anthony Simons under 8.5 rebounds assists is not only 7.9% EV, he has minus 140 consensus odds on the under, projections on the under at 8.2, and his history is 100%. There you go. Zubac, over 1.5 assists on underdog, 7.06 EV, minus 136 consensus odds, projection of 205. All the data likes the over. Look at his last 5, 100%. So that's what I mean. They're all in order from last 5 hit rate now. Now, you go back to sort by, and it'll have them naturally by EV percent. All right. Also, if he starts a new, oh, that's another good point as well. Like, yeah, if you open an account as well on some of these places, they'll match your deposit as well. So if you only have $10, you can join in and get that 10 turned to 20. Man, soccer has someone with 10% EV. He gone now. I had to take it. Good choice. Especially if he's gone now, you know you took the best option, man. And regardless of your look, you got to take those sometimes. Like I said, for the most part, I stick more in the balanced range. I like to play those balanced EV percentages, so I'm going 5% to 10% on normal occasions. But I do, like if there's a big percentage, I do go that 11% at times. Like I'll just play him by himself over on Flip or something, depending on where he is. I can't play FanDuel. I wish I could because there's a lot of great EV percentages most times over on FanDuel throughout the day. All right. Demons. All right, let's take a look at NBA Demons right now. Prize Picks Demon. Ochai Agbaji. I'm butchering his name, I already know. So sorry to everybody who's a big Ochai fan. Over 4.5 rebounds. He has hit this in 60% of his last 20 games. If you look at his last 20, you will see 60% hit rate, averaging 4.65 rebounds. So nonetheless, over history-wise, he has hit this in 60% of his last 20. Scotty Barnes, over 7.5 rebounds, is at a 55% hit rate over his last 20. As you can see, he's averaging 7.8 rebounds. So both of those would be my favorite options right now. Mainly Ochai at the 60%. All right, if you want to look at Goblins, Prize Picks Goblin, the best Goblins are Brandon Ingram over 0.5 steals. He has minus 182 consensus odds on going over the steals. Obi Toppin over 0.5 made threes. He has minus 197 consensus odds on going over. Missy over 1.5 assists has minus 180 consensus odds on over. Like you got a lot of solid Goblin options, and they're ranked in order from the best values. What percent do you like to look to add Demon to your slip? 60% or higher is normally where I will prefer. That's kind of where I'll stick in. 60% or higher. If anything's like just 50%, I'll be like, I'm just not going to add a Demon today. Soccer, got you. All right, y'all. Let's take a look at soccer, which really has been popping at the Props Made Easy tool, man. All right. Sebastiano over 0.5 shots on target is an 8.9% EV, 54.6 chance to hit, minus 148 consensus odds on the over his 0.5 shots on target. Sebastiano. Harvey Barnes over 2.5 shots at a 5.84. Emmanuel Okong under 1.5 shots at a 5.71. And then Petro over 1.5 shots at a 5.7. Yusuf over 0.5 shots at a 5.7, and that will be all of your 5% or higher plays. Now, obviously, you could still play this 4% range and the 2% range. Just depends on where your bankroll is. And as always, at Props Made Easy, we always look for ways to make that easy for you. Go to all EV right here, and dependent on your bankroll, which you can figure that out by going to the question mark here, and it'll open up a little idea for you, giving you an idea of dependent on your bankroll what you should be playing. And then you click on all EV and you go, let's say you're a conservative player. All it'll show you is conservative options, okay? The safer options overall, but the other ones will have higher EV over a long term. But if you just want to be safe with things, this is where I would stick right here, this level, all right? I do like to play balanced or aggressive. That's just my play style with my personal bankroll, but it's up to you. A lot of soccer plays available, man. Over on Prize Picks NBA, still Brandon Miller Under 9.5 rebounds is a 6.19 EV percent, 52.9 chance to hit. Great spot there. Christian Braun under 1.5 steals and blocks is a good little pairing for him. Honestly, like, look at this. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plays over a 5% EV percent over on Prize Picks right now. Like, so it should be no problem making slips right now on Prize Picks. Now, if you want to sit back and wait, see if you get any even higher options, you can. Now, I will tell you this for sure, that you will have some 8 percentages pop in from times throughout the day. They won't be there long. They will not be there long, but you will have those pop in at some points throughout the day, so you can get those in as quickly as you can when you do see them. So, Props Made Easy members, make sure y'all are refreshing and staying on the tools throughout the day so you can get the best options as time goes on. All right. What else we got, y'all? A couple more minutes. Cam, are we still looking for 53% odds or just EV? EV is going to be the main thing you want to focus on. The percent odds are cool. The chances to hit is cool, but remember, chance to hit is just showing you the chances for that play to hit. It's not really adding in profit margin over a long term for you. So EV percent is going to show you like the chance to hit, but also more kind of geared towards a chance to hit dependent on profit margin long term. Looking at pick six, so I recommend EV percent being the main thing that you're looking at for every play. All right, don't worry too much about the chance to hit. Worry a little bit more with these EVs. The higher the EV percent, the better these days. That's because we went from being beginner bettors, like, you know, when we first started Props Made Easy, we were focusing really on beginner bettors, and now that we've all grown together and all of the regular bettors are kind of becoming better and a little bit more sharper utilizing the Props Made Easy tools, we're advancing to the EV percent ranges and really taking advantage of those. All right, pick six. DraftKings pick six. Really, there's one play I'd recommend, and it's Shy, under 6.5 assists out of 4.39 EV percent. Yes, sir, and trust the process. That's one of the most important things is, look, man, you got to understand in this game you're going to have losses. You could even have a losing streak playing the best plays. That doesn't mean you played the wrong plays. That just means it's sports betting. It's a lot. It's volatile. It can be up and down. It can be a lot more like this. But you have to you got to trust the process, and over the long term, you will make profit if you continue the same strategy. Now, we understand though that there's people who don't want many of these at all. Like, you don't want to go this way at all. Like, your bankroll cannot handle any of this. Now, first of all, if you can't handle a loss, you probably shouldn't be betting. Let's be just transparent about it. But if you can't handle like any type of losing stretch at all, then you definitely want to play the lower EV percentages, be much more consistent, and kind of, yes, you'll still take losses at times, but you'll be more consistent and slowly build your bankroll up. I'm waiting for Prize Picks to drop them field goals attempts and free throws on the board. There's always good EV on those. Exactly, yeah. The free throws and stuff, oh yeah, I ate so much this weekend on free throws and field goals attempted. Great ad at Props Made Easy, man. I'm so glad we added those, man. Those things have been money. All right, final questions, y'all. Final questions. What we got? What y'all got for me, man? Final questions. What y'all got? Let's have another great day, though, man. If you haven't used the tools before, use them. PropsMadeEasy.com. It's only $20 a month for these tools, man. Only $20 a month. You cannot beat it. B Smith 235, appreciate the subscription, my man. Welcome in, brother. Holiday coupon. I may cook something up for y'all. I'm gonna talk with the team and cook something up for y'all for holidays. Maybe get y'all another 15 lifetime coupon. Could you show how you would choose picks for NFL? Yes. So first things first, I'll look at the main NFL and see if there's any big differentials that I would like to add in. Personally, I'm really targeting those 2 or higher ranges when it comes to sportsbook differential. Like any of the sportsbook differential plays that I'm adding in, I'm kind of trying to shoot for that 2 or higher. So Lamar Jackson under 238.5 passing yards at a minus 2.55, I may add into a slip. So Lamar Jackson, and then I'll go over to the NFL same line and see if how good of EV we have over here. Now, looking at the EV available on Prize Picks right now, there's just not a lot. Okay, and me, I'm more of the balanced range, so I'm not going to be interested in playing much of the 3.97% EVs because my balanced range is focused on 5% or higher. So because of that, I don't really care too much about Lamar either. So right now, I wouldn't build any slips. I'd sit back and wait for some better EV options to pull up. But if you're more of a conservative bankroll, you can definitely make a solid slip here with Lamar Jackson over 7.5 rushing attempts at a 4.6 EV. Now, obviously, you can't play two Baltimore together, so I'd go down and look for the next Charger that's also in that range. And Justin Herbert under 10.5 rushing, longest rush. Under a longest rush of 10.5 would be a pairing I'd put together. It's that simple. It's really that simple. All right, thank y'all for joining me as always, man. For fixed payouts, wouldn't it make sense to play the safer pick as long as it is still plus EV? So, yes, they're fixed payouts, but depending on how many legs and stuff, the payout changes, obviously. So, over a long term, what do you want your profit margin to be? And our line at our EV, kind of our line that we take for prize picks, kind of the normal prize picks line is minus 119 odds on either side is kind of where they have their shit mostly. Right, it's around minus 119 on both sides on average normally. So we want to find the best EV at that odds range, right? So we're talking long-term profitability. All right. So again, yes, it just depending on your bankroll. Yeah, so depending on the legs you play is going to adjust that, but depending on your bankroll, I would just focus on that. Depending on your bankroll is how you should play it. If you have a lower bankroll and you don't want to take as much risk at all, and you just kind of want to see a slight uptick as time goes on, then conservative. If you want to take like me personally, I play balanced. I focus on 5% or more. That's me personally. So yeah, I'll stick to 5% or more on a consistent basis. And yeah, I have losing days, more losing days than you would on conservative, but I also make more profit than you would playing conservative. So it just kind of depends. I have a more solid bankroll that I can play with on a daily basis though. That's why I do that. But if you're in a conservative bankroll level, then I would definitely just play it safe, man. And the smarter you can attack these things based on your bankroll level, the better you will be, because the longer you have money available, the more opportunity you have to make profit because you have money to bet with. Now, if you're playing stupid and you're done with your money you have for the week to play betting already in the first day, then that sucks. CS2 on prize picks. Final look. I'm going to look at esports because I haven't looked at esports during the live. So for CS2, nothing. Let me refresh. There's nothing popping at the moment, but there could be data could be getting updated for CS2. There we go. All right, Killian, under 14.5 first map kills is at a -1. Nothing too crazy. There's better options throughout other sports and other places. So yeah, I wouldn't get much of this. I mean, if you do play CS2, it would be Killian under 14.5 first map kills. Is there an app version for Props Made Easy? We don't have a legit app yet, but that is in the works. Our PME tools page though that you're looking at right here on mobile is pretty much app. Like, it's fantastic. It works just like an app. It's great. So Michael, get your subscription at propsmadeeasy.com. Go on your phone to the PME tools page and you'll see what I'm talking about. You'll love it. Thank y'all for joining me as always, man. Spam that like down below before we head out. How often do you look at the website? Is there a certain time of day? No, I just kind of pull it up random times throughout the day. Nothing particular. I really go on early morning, as early as I can. I'll go on early morning right when I wake up and see kind of what's available there. If there's anything crazy, I'll get those in. As the day goes on, I just kind of keep refreshing throughout the day, random times. If you get a break at some point, just pull it up, check it out, get some slips in. Right before lock, a lot of times you'll get some good value. So it just depends as you go. I think I pull it up too much as in all day. Yeah, I mean, look, a lot of people do. I have some personal friends that use Props Made Easy only now when it comes to their slips they make, and they told me, like, they're addicted. They keep the shit up all day. They're refreshing it all day, addicted to it. Like, they only use Props Made Easy for their picks, which is awesome. It's a cool thing to know that I was a part of creating something that my friends are using full time to make their picks, and they're loving it. So it's great. Like, it's cool to help. It's awesome when you see like a bunch of random people that you don't really know in person having success with the tools. That's our main focus, obviously. But it's also really cool to see like people close to me having success with what I've been able to be a part of creating as well. It's a really cool situation. So Thank y'all as always for joining me, man. And as always, man, propsmadeeasy.com, only $20 a month. Lock in. We're coming up to the holidays. I may be able to get y'all a little something, something. So stick around. Make sure y'all are coming into the live streams. I'll probably do some giveaways in the live streams. I really want to do some cash giveaways in here, for y'all. So I'll see y'all at 3 p.m. Central, and we'll see what we can get into. All right. Thank y'all for joining me as always, man. Peace.